Hello everybody, it's Diana again, and today we are going to do my September empties. So I actually blazed through a lot of stuff this month. So I'll just show you kind of what I got through, what I felt about it. I think empties are really good because it lets you really get to see one, what people use up. Obviously, I may not have started them at the beginning of this month. It may have taken me 3, 4, 5 months to get through, but they finished in September. So anything I finished from the first of the month until today, the last day of the month, I have put in my empties. So we'll start off. This is just a silly one I popped in for whatever reason. This is the Equate Nighttime Cold and Flu in cherry flavor. I love this. I got really sick, or I felt like I was getting really sick. Um, and I usually take a good swig or something before bed, but I love the cherry flavored cough medicine, sick medicine. So for me, that was a total win. I also have a Staples hand sanitizer finished and a Bath and Body's Black Cherry Merlot foaming hand. Now, again, I told you guys before, I'm not super big into hand sanitizer. This one had like a quarter of it left, and I was like sick, so I didn't want to get other people sick at work, so I went through a bunch of this. And then the Black Cherry Merlot smells awesome. I don't really buy a lot of Bath and Body Works, but I like these because you really use up the whole thing with the foaming. So that was really good. I'd recommend it. I don't know if I would buy it myself. Um, and then I went through my Luxe by Mr. Bubbles Melt Away Bath Candies in Sweet and Clean. So I got like the Target boxes, well, one Target box when they actually put them in the Target and you didn't have to just order it. And I love how these smell. I loved it so much that I went and finally found the Bath Fizzies and got used those. And this probably lasted me maybe 6 or 7 baths because I did like 3 to 4 fizzies per bath. I really, really liked it. It's just a really nice smell to have when you're bathing. I also went through the rest of this bag of Ulta Beauty Premium Pillow Cotton Pads. They're like little square pads. I don't use them too often. This took me an extremely long time to get through. I would buy those again. It's just not something I normally purchase, so I probably won't purchase them for a really long time. I initially got them for my boyfriend because he has like an e-cigarette and he needed some cotton pads for some part of it. This wasn't exactly right, so then I just started using them. He didn't need them, but they were fine. And then I went through a couple hair products. So this Paul Mitchell Color Care Color Protect Locking Spray with UV protection. Now, I think I've had this for quite a long time, and mostly I was just using it as like a leave-in. The smell is totally fine. I don't know if it helped. I mean, it smells like a salon. I don't know if it really helped color protect or heat protect my hair, but I used it. It was fine. I probably wouldn't purchase that again. This thing I absolutely loathed, and I will not purchase it again, is the Ren Pure Organics My Luscious Hair Needs Lift Volumizing Shampoo. It has ginger, aloe, and soy protein. Now, I don't know if it's because I've had this for so long and finally decided to like get through it and use it. The smell was okay, but it was like kind of cottage cheesy texture. Like it was kind of gross. And I don't think it pulled like all the black out of my hair, like permanent black hair color. So in my hair, I need a shower. Excuse me, I'm disgusting. I know. It's Sunday. I had the weekend off. Um, but I would definitely not buy this again because I thought the consistency was disgusting, and I'm pretty sure it pulled all the black out of my hair. So even though it says it has no sulfates, parabens, colors, and dye. So yeah, I wouldn't buy Ren Pure Organics. Then I got this for my sister, a little Garnier Nutrice Nourishing Conditioner. I'm pretty sure I like the smell of this. Yeah, this was about 2 uses in it. It had. I liked it. I'm kind of, in that low buy, no buy, and I have 1 or 2 conditioners and more shampoos than I will ever get through. So I I would purchase this again. It just probably wouldn't be for a very long time. And I didn't have to purchase that one, but there you go. All right, I went through 2 dental flosses, both Oral-B glides, like a regular size and a mini. And I do really like these, and I would purchase them again. I did buy like the pick kind, you know, like a little pick with the string across, and I just don't like them as much as regular dental floss. I'll get through them eventually, but they're just not my cup of tea. Okay, then I've got a few masks. So I used up 2 of my Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold eye masks, and I did enjoy these. I have one more to use. I keep them in the fridge so they stay a little cool. They eventually kind of harden under your eyes. But none of whatever's in here that's like wet and slick that helps your eyes hurt my eyes, and my eyes are pretty sensitive, or, you know, gave me a reaction on my skin or anything. So I would totally recommend these. Again, an eye patch thing is not something I would go out and seek and buy on my own, and never have, but when I get them in a box, I'll use them up. Or for a free sample from like Sephora or something. And then I went through a couple face creams. So this one was a Point Perk from Sephora. So it was CEO by Sunday Riley. I like the smell of this. I actually didn't like the product itself. I would not buy this. I felt like it made my skin greasy, and it didn't really soak in super good, and I don't see the hype behind it. So glad I got to try it without having to buy such an expensive product. I would not purchase that. And then Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer my sister gave me. I thought this was fine. I'm actually really surprised with how much I like Clinique skincare items. I had gotten their hydrating jelly. Like I bought like a little sample size of it or something for like $7. And I went through that and I really loved it. And I thought this was really great too. So I think, you know, I might try to get some Clinique from here on out and see how that goes. I also got this from my sister, although it didn't have very many uses left. The Belief Hungarian Water Essence, also a moisturizer. You can kind of see. I really like this too. I like this just as much as the Aqua Bomb. So 2 out of 3 moisturizers for the win. I think that's pretty cool. I finally made it through this Wet n Wild limited edition Citrus Elixir lip scrub. So this came out, I think, with their Flights of Fancy collection, but you could just buy the lip scrubs separately, which is what I did. This thing lasted me forever. Every time I took a shower, I took a little out and did my lips. That was the only time I would use it. I might shower like twice a week at most. But I want to say, God, this lasted me a few months to get me through. If I was a lip scrub person, I wanted to try it to see if I was a lip scrub person. So it goes on, they taste good. That's a bonus. So if you get any in your mouth, it's not gonna like make you vomit or something. I thought it probably did what it was supposed to do, but I don't really feel like I have super disgusting lips that I need to use a lip scrub. Then it kind of like leaves an oil, so I still wanted to like take all that off at the end, and that was kind of frustrating. I don't think I'll be buying lip scrubs. Maybe not ever again, but for a very, very long time. This was the only one I've ever tried. This is the only one I've ever had. I don't have any more, but I don't feel a huge need to like, I need this in my collection, any lip scrub. So there you go. I do think it was good. If you're into lip scrubs, you might really like that. I'm also getting rid of this little face scrubby thing. It's got like little, can you see that? Little guys on it. It's very soft and gentle. It was nice to use in the showers when I would use it with like a, I don't know, just a regular, I'm thinking moisturizer, and that's totally not wrong. You know what I'm talking about. What is it called? Not a scrub, just a regular facial cleanser. But it's kind of getting gross in there, and it's really hard to clean. So I'm going to get rid of it. I've used it for probably like 5 months now. So I feel like I got my money's worth. I actually bought this at Sally's. I like that it had Sally's. Players, when I worked there, it has a little thumb hole so you can grip, and a nice suction cup kind of holds into the bathroom. So it was like never on the floor or anything, but I just felt like I got my use out of it, and I don't need it anymore, and it's gotten kind of gross. So that's gone. Then I got through a few facial masks. Oh, I have one more moisturizer. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Clean for sensitive skin, and this is the pink grapefruit one. Now, I love the scent of this, the pink grapefruit. This is a full size. Fully gone through it. I struggle bust through this hard. I've tried other First Aid Beauty and thought it was fine. And I don't think it had anything to do with the pink grapefruit. Maybe not. I don't know. But it just never fully sunk into my skin. It made me feel, again, greasy. You know, if I wasn't wearing makeup that day, I didn't feel confident with just this on my skin. Um, but I really was just like, I got to get through this. I got to use it up. So I'm really happy it's out of my collection, but I will not be repurchasing that. No, thank you. Another thing I went through that I'm happy I got through is this mask that I got in a BoxyCharm. It's a Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask by Dr. Brandt. So I squeezed the life out of this. I honestly didn't get as many applications as I thought I would. It's like a gel with little blue beads in there. So you put it in and kind of the beads pop as you rub it on. You just put a thin layer, let it harden. You're supposed to leave it on 5 to 10 minutes and rinse. I'd leave it on like a half hour or more. It made my skin super red afterwards. Like it does its job, but it's just not like, I think it's too harsh of a mask for me. And it's very expensive. And also, I don't know, like I think it's kind of mentally, smelling. Yeah, it's got a strong menthol scent, so I'm okay with that. If you're not into menthol scents, you wouldn't like this. If you have really sensitive skin, you probably won't like this. I am super glad that it's out of my collection. I would not repurchase this. I probably wouldn't recommend it either, but I'm glad I got to try it and use it up. And I want to say this had maybe 10 applications, and I'm not a person that puts on a ton of masks. So yeah, think about that. Then I have a couple sheet masks. So these first two I got at Riley Rose, which is a store that sells makeup like Sephora. This is the Milk Essence Mask Sheet by Esfolio. I like this one. I thought it was okay. I think the one downside I'm finding to the Korean sheet mask, because the next one I have is Korean also, is like the spacing between like eyes and holes and mouth, at least for me, I have like this giant head. They don't match up quite right, so I feel like stuff's gonna get in my eyes. But other than that, I thought the mask was fine. I don't think I've ever been super impressed by like a regular sheet mask. Peel off mask you wash off, yes. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more sheet masks, and I'm pretty sure I've gone through all of them this month, the rest that I had. So I thought it was okay. It was pretty cheap. I'm just not into sheet masks. Then I got this Brightening Juice Time Lemon one by Cleo Cosmetics. I thought the lemon would really bother me. I was wary to buy it because of the lemon. I'm like, it's probably gonna be too lemony. It wasn't. It was so subtle. I almost didn't even smell it. Again, the eye holes were like not really big enough for me. So it was okay. Again, I think I'm not going to be buying sheet masks probably anymore unless they come out with something amazing. So those I got at Riley Rose. This I got at Walmart. It is the Wild Rose Hydrogel Gold Mask from Maskology. The mask was not gold in color. It was nice because just like the picture, it comes in two parts, which I didn't realize. So you put the top part and then the bottom part. That I liked because you could really line it up to your face. The smell of it was fine. I didn't think it had a super rosy smell. It wasn't gold, if that matters to you. It was more of like a rose gold, if that, more like pink. But it was fine. It's okay. I have never been super impressed this far by sheet masks, so I don't think I'm going to buy any more for a very long time, if ever again. But again, these are really cheap, and if you're into face masks, you might like them. Walmart sells them really cheap. And then I've got this Seventh Heaven Charcoal and Black Sugar Peel Off. These you can buy. I don't know if you can buy this exact. You can buy this brand. I don't know if you can buy this exact mask at Ulta Beauty, but they do sell them at Claire's too. Again, they'll sell different ones at different times. They may not keep all the versions. I bought this when I worked at Claire's. They're a little bit more expensive at Claire's, except if you work there, then you get the discount. So then it's not, blah, blah, blah. So probably go buy them at Ulta. Get yourself a deal. I have tried other stuff from Seventh Heaven and really liked them. I didn't really like this one that much. I didn't think it did anything. I didn't feel like a super tightening. It took a really long time for part of my face, like this cheek, to really, for it to set and like, you know, like the peel off masks have to dry and then you can peel them up, whatever. I wouldn't buy this one again. I would still buy other Seventh Heaven ones, just not the charcoal black sugar peel off. I wasn't in. Okay, I made it through, I want to say, yeah, so the Dr. Brandt, I don't, nor, okay, these two, I don't think that they were in my project pan that's for the end of the year, but I know for a fact this was. So this is my Ulta Beauty Sweet Grapefruit Body Mist. It's a very summery, light fragrance. I'm not sure why I buy or have bought body mist. I haven't bought body mist for years. And then I was at Ulta one day 6 months ago, and I think I bought this one and the Warm Glow one, which is more of like a wintry, warm fall scent. And they're not bad scents. It's just mists, especially, sometimes even regular perfume, just doesn't last on me. Like, I have to literally spray myself constantly over the course of the day. Like, in an hour or less, the scent is gone to me. So I actually blazed through this pretty fast. I want to say I was like halfway through it when I started really trying, and it might have taken me 2 weeks at the most, even missing a few days using it to get through it. And I'm at least halfway through the Warm Glow now. This isn't my project pan. Again, I'm happy to get rid of it. I don't know why I buy stuff like mists and lotions when I'm not a mist or lotion person. It's a waste of fucking money, and it's time consuming to remember and keep applying it all day. So I'm glad it's gone. The other one's almost gone, and I will be happy that they're both out of my collection. And then I'm not buying any more mists. But if you like mists, it was a good smell. Just doesn't last all day. But again, if you use mists, you probably know that. I also used up this sample I got from Sephora of the Basha Makeup Breakup Oil. Now, this teeny weeny sample lasted a really long time because you don't need a whole lot. I initially got this in some other samples that I've used up already. This was the last one of those to try to figure out, and I'm still in the process, and I think I've come to the conclusion that makeup wipes for my eyes are just the best way to go. You just have to find the best ones now. But my eyes are very sensitive, so I'll take off my makeup sometimes and my eyes like burn for a while after. This didn't burn my eyes. I tried it once on my eyes, and then I just used it on my face and not my eyes after that as like a first cleanse. Or whatever. And I hated this, and I would not purchase it again because I felt like I was going blind in my eyes from using it once. So I was too scared after that to use it in my eyes again. Like, I swear my vision was like blurrier, and it was scary. So the Basha Makeup Breakup Oil, I do not recommend. I would not repurchase. Not in a million years. But now I'm going to do some candle stuff and finish with the true makeup items that I finished this month. I have been really blazing through a lot of candle items and trying to get through makeup and stuff like lotion and things and face masks and stuff that I just don't think I'm going to repurchase again. One, to kind of weed out my collection, but I also just want things that I truly love around, and I don't want to just have collections of candles everywhere and not use them. I don't just want things I'm not ever using. So, in that vein, I'll show you the candles I use. So these were all votives. There's 3 votives I got through. This one, and they all smell so good, was the Sweet Fig and Pomegranate. I don't save the little itty bitty nothing that it kind of leaves behind. But there you go, Sweet Fig and Pomegranate. This one was Berrylicious. And I think, what is this one? Oh, and then an Alpine Martini. So there was very little left of this one. And then I made it through one elevation candle in Coastal Cypress. Now, the one thing I'll say is I do like that for these, the lids are the bases. I think the glass is really nice. I kept thinking, like, do I want to save this glass for something? What do I want to do with it? But honestly, I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't need to hoard as much as I do for no reason. The scent on this is amazing. I think there's 12 cents right now in the Elevation Collection, this is called. But they're bringing out 3 more for Christmas, and those all smell super good. Coastal Cypress was really good. These burn forever. They say, what is it? 18 to 28 hours. Mine burned way longer than that. The only thing is I had issues with tunneling where the candle starts burning and the sides don't, if you know what I mean. And I don't know if it's because I didn't burn it long enough the first time I lit it, because a lot of candles, especially big ones, and this is not a big candle, it's a little one. If you don't let it burn for like hours at a time to fully melt all the way across, it will start tunneling. So I'm not sure if it was me or not. I felt like I burned this at least a few hours every single time, and it lasted forever. So I'm really happy I used this up. It was a big achievement. I'm currently working on a lot, well, like a medium-sized wood wick that used to sit back here, and like another candle that's like an orange one, and you know, I constantly burn. I'll show you in a minute. I have these little mini wood wicks. I constantly burn one of those till they're out. And the votives. The votives for me last at least, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours of burn time minimum. So I think it's a very good deal, especially they're normally like $2 for the votives. And many times of the year, often through the year, they'll be like $1 or less. Like at semi-annual, you can get them for like 50 cents, which is where I got most of mine. But anyways, elevation, that size is like $10. For $10 for how long it lasted, I was very pleasantly surprised. I also got through Yankee Candle Good Air and Just Plain Fresh, like the little scent bead guys. I thought this was fine. It just helps deodorize. It doesn't have much of a scent to it. Just, again, a fresh scent. These are not my favorite things, honestly, of all of our Yankee Candle stuff. The beads are not my favorite, but a lot of people love them, and they are nice in cars. They're really meant for like small spaces. I usually use them in closets. And then I made it through a ton of Woodwick Petites. So I'll show you one that I haven't burned yet. They kind of look like this with the little wood wick. It's not a super lot of stuff. I want to say they probably burn like 4 to 8 hours at the most. They burn up pretty fast. So I made it through quite a few of them. And I will show you what I went through. So one of my all-time favorites, I made it through 2 Fraser Fir. They're bringing that back for the holidays if you love it, by the way. I made it through Magnolia, which was really hot. You can't get that more. As well as Honeysuckle, which most stores don't have either of these anymore. If you can find them, if you love them, ask your store. They may bring them out for semi-annual if they still have them. So those are really good. And these you can get in all the different sizes. And then I got through Oatmeal Cookie, which I really love Oatmeal Cookie. That one's really good. And then Apple Basket, which of their apple ones is my favorite. They have like an apple wood and I think another one, but Apple Basket's really good. And then probably my all-time favorite scent, Oud Wood. Oh, smells so good. Give that one a try if you ever get around. I did also make it through a car air freshener. Little R2D2. And he is vanilla scented. And I believe I got these at Target. It was like 2 for $1. So that was really good. All right, now the final 6 items are all makeup. So I finally and very happily made it through my Bite Beauty birthday crayon from Sephora in Glacé. It is literally flush to the top. Couldn't get any more uses out of it. You get quite a lot of product, even though it is a sample. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, kind of. It goes back pretty far. I could probably, if I really cared enough, like scrape product out of here, but I have so many lip products. That was also in my end of the year project pan, so I'm happy to get a lip out of my collection. And then I finally made it to the end of my Lancome Cils Booster XL, which is a primer. There is maybe the tiniest bit of application, but it was starting to really hurt my eyes. If you're into eye primers, I think this one's a good one. I am not. I got it in one of those like kits where you get to try out, I think last holiday, like a bunch of different mascaras, and this happened to be one of them, and I'm like, well, I'll try it out. So I did. I'm happy it's done because I'm not into, I don't really care if my eyelashes have a primer on them. I don't think they need it, but if you're into that, check it out. And then I also decided to declutter my Femme Couture Lip Booster Plumping Serum. It smells a little off. It's like vanilla and disgust now. I think it started out as vanilla. It gives a little bit of a shine to the lips. You'd normally put it under whatever lip product you're wearing. I didn't notice a ton of plumping with this anytime I've ever used it. I've had this product for probably 7 years, 6 or 7 years, and it just doesn't smell right anymore, and I don't want to put it on my lips. I don't think it works that good, and I don't know if they even still make this anymore, but you can get it at Sally Beauty. I don't really recommend it. I wouldn't purchase it again. I'm not into lip boosters. I think I was just trying something out back in the day, so I'm glad that's gone. And then I've got my Essence Lash Princess and False Lash Effect. So I do think that there is more product in here than what I got to use up. I mean, there's still a ton of product, but it's not smelling too great anymore. And I think it was starting to hurt my eyes. And also, this is my oldest mascara that's open. So I figured I'd get what I could out of it. It's in my project pan. I'm counting it done. You know, you're really only supposed to use mascara for like 3 months. You could probably push it to 6 months, and I know I pushed this longer than that. So I am done with her. I am trying out the Benefit They're Real mascara. So we'll see my thoughts on that. And then my sister gave me this e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. It's in pearl. Now, it's very, very white. And there's not a ton in here. I think she kind of used up a lot of it. And you might not even be able to tell from this. Let me blend it out a little bit. So it's really white and it has a ton of sparkle in it. And I used it once and I thought, oh, maybe like some of my eyeshadow like escaped onto my face or something. No. There's a ton of sparkle in this. It's in the shade Pearl. I didn't really think about that. She gave it to me to try. I hate it. I'm not going to use this. It's almost dead anyway. It smells okay. I don't want an eyeshadow base or primer that's sparkly because sometimes I don't want a sparkly look. Or I want to control where the sparkles go. And this makes that impossible. So, done with that. Tried it a couple times, gave up on it. I'm sure she doesn't want it back. She said she didn't like it much. Then my final makeup product is the Femme Couture Flawless Touch Eye Primer. So honestly, I didn't 100% finish this. It's got like a 1/6 left at the bottom, but it's super old. And again, it started to like burn, or it just smells awful. You can kind of see, I mean, I'm like way at the bottom. So I gave this, you know, an excellent effort. I don't know how I feel about eye primers. Right now I'm actually using something I got in a point perk, this Smashbox Photo Finish under eye primer as an eyelid primer. I don't know why you would specifically need an under eye primer, but I'm not using it as that. But that one seems to be working fine, and I don't know. I mean, I guess sometimes eyelid primers are good. I think when I get down to maybe like one, maybe I'll go get it, but I have like NYX eyeshadow sticks that I use as primer. I have that. I could use, I don't know, like concealer and stuff, or regular primer. I don't know that eyeshadow primer for me is 100% necessary. There's so many other things that I kind of use as the same thing. I'm glad I got a ton of use out of this. This isn't my project pan. I'm counting it done because it's super freaking old. I've used it for way too long. I mean, it says 18 months. I've used this again for like 6 years. And I never really got into eyeshadow primer or like really attempting to try it until, you know, the last 6 months or so that I've been working on this. So I feel like I made a lot of really good progress. I had taken the stopper out to really get in there. I think if I hadn't taken the stopper out, again, I would have called it quits by now because it doesn't smell good. But also I've used like 95% of the product. So I got my money's worth from 7 years ago. And that you can get at Sally Beauty if you're interested. But yeah, that is pretty much everything No, that is everything. Not pretty much. That is everything that I have gone through this last month. I'm pretty proud to get through, you know, 6 major um makeup items as well as face masks, hair stuff, a body spray, moisturizers, candles, tons of things. So let me know if you guys have used any of these products, if you want to know anything more about any of them. Let me know below. I really like making the empties videos. It's one of my favorite videos to make. So keep watching, subscribe, and comment below. Have a good day, guys. Bye.